Hey, how you doing, everybody? I'm going to quickly try and show you all how to deal with this project that I'm asking you to do. It's just tracing this N out as carefully as you can make this design come together. It's going to be an actual necklace, and we're going to make copies of this for the school. And it's going to be like a big medallion thing, so it's going to be fun. But anyhow, how do you accomplish something like this where you take a 3D print, like a letter, and split it how you want it? There's a way to take a tool in this program called Split, and you can make planes. And if you complete a part, you can create a plane, and you can split it with a plane. And I want everybody to see that because it's much higher level control than CAD software is. So anyway, I right-clicked, duplicated this file over here, made a copy of it, and then I renamed this as Training Log Operating. Definitely get in the habit of naming your files. And anyhow, I'm going to create a sketch, click on the top plane. Now I have a sketch on top of this image here, at the top right here, zoom into this set of bottom curves, these radius arcs. So the way to do that in this program as accurately as possible, and actually modify the design a little bit. This is not actually straight in space, and I feel like it should be. This was a graphic designer kind of playing around in an artsy program, and this is going to make it a little bit more accurate actually as far as the design goes. You have different arc menu options here. So the tangent arc is going to do the most accurate transition from this to over here for you. So it's got to be tangent to a straight line, which means it's just a perfect curve off of a straight line. And if you put that little straight line in there, that's going to allow you to make that tangent arc. And then if you click the line again and you hover over this line and then you travel to this other side, you're going to get an RM indicator. See, these aren't even in the same spot the way it's drawn. It's kind of at an angle. So we're going to straighten it out. You're going to use that indicator to place this next line segment in, hit escape, and go back up to your tangent mark here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. The design is going to be perfect because it's going to 3D print exactly like you're drawing it, and it's going to be nice and smooth and clean, and even better than the actual design here if you play with it a little bit. So then you'd be able to just finish off and just do this over here, wrap the design up. To find the endpoint and make that vertical without having to use controls, you just hover over this other endpoint and then click there, and then you can close that box in, and you'll have 90-degree angles, and that will be slanted forward. Right? Now I'm going to go over here to the other side and do this because there's a little bit different type of arc in here, and I have to figure out how to do that one. Try and catch this design the way it's meant to be. Actually, let's just go over here. The conic, one of these arcs allows you to bend things in a regular arc. It doesn't have to be like a 360-degree arc. Do that, hit escape, hit escape again until I get a white arrow and see if I can bend this thing into where I want it to go. And check that out. That allows you to make a completely irregular arc. This is actually a tangent arc on this side. This is just the way the font is designed. And you can see, you can grab the endpoints, you can grab the radius here, and then you just hit enter, and it's going to stay that way. And then over on the other side here, hover over this endpoint to get the start point, height of our line here, draw a little straight line segment, hit escape, go back to your tangent arc, pull that perfect tangent, like that. Okay, now back to these straight lines here. You see how I'm zooming in and zooming out also here? Wherever your mouse is where you're going to zoom into. So if you place your mouse where you want to draw the endpoint to, you can do what I just did there. And then straight lines are really simple. I'm going to hit escape and stop that though. The one other thing that you have here is this tangent option. If you click tangent, click that, and click the line, it's going to perfect the tangent on the other side. So that's a common control. And good geometry. So I'll show you again over here when you draw these in. You want to be accurate. Also press the mouse wheel down to hold and drag, and all of these zooming and movements won't interfere with what you're doing with these tools. Right, I'll hit escape here to finish that one. You can use L on the keyboard if you want to start learning shortcuts. When you hover over some of these tools, they have a shortcut right next to it. You can say L there. You can use the L key to always turn that on. You can just make lines happen that much faster. Connect these 2 points. Now, all these controls up here are the ways to perfect and clean up lines like we just did. So make sure that these are tangent. Actually, it says it's tangent already there. This one is not. If you hover over it, it says there's tangents in here. You can see there's tangent. See there? It's that tangent symbol. So if I click tangent here and click this arc and this line, that one wasn't perfectly tangent, and now it is. You can see it's not that hard to make things super accurate. You just need to see the tools and how they work. And then blending the combination of hand drawing, tracing. You got to use the right tool for the right kind of move here. So we're going to go back down to this conical for this little bendy thing here. You click one end, click the other, and then you can just bend this into position. Again, doesn't need to be super perfect. You can always go back in here and adjust it a little bit, but it doesn't need it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this tangent. Yeah, that works. Straight line. Finish this thing off. Again, you can go like this and hover over an endpoint and follow it down and align yourself with the tangency without having to do anything once you understand how the program works. And you're thinking the right way. Over here, back down. And another thing is, if you don't remember to do that, and this is a little cattywampus, a little off, you can use these tools, vertical and horizontal, for vertical and horizontal lines. You click either one of those, like vertical, and then you click a line that's not vertical, and make it vertical. Simple enough. Now, if I trace everything right, you see my initial sketch image is now gone, and everything is gray, which is perfect. And then if I extrude this thing, I'm going to make it, let's say, 10 millimeters here just for experimentation. And then if I use the split tool, split, parts or surfaces to split, and then click this, entity to split with, I click in this red box here. I might have to actually click on where it says plane 1 here to select it. I don't know why I wasn't trying to grab it there, but that works. Okay, so now you see, instead of having just one part, I've got 5 parts. And if I want to individually extrude, like, okay, part 1 and part 5 are going to be these 2 things, I can export, change this to an STL file, and export it. So I'm still a little sleepy here. Export. Pull up my 3D printer software. Oops. Oh, I had both of them selected, so I selected them together, which is perfect. I'm just going to do this again, so I have 2 of them open. Give it a second. What had happened here while I was doing that is I had these 2 selected together, so it exported them together, which is great. I just didn't expect that. So now if I do this and shift and I select those parts, I can export those 3 together. Change this so it's not so complicated. Oops, I just hit the control key. launch another one. Oh, it did. There you go. Alright, there you go. So you can see that's the right side of the end now split into individual parts from that plane, and then there's the left side. And it was done by doing this. Let's go into one last little detail here since I got a minute or two left. I just want to go into Art Studio and I'll show you how I made this plane. I went in here and I did a sketch on the front plane, looked at it like this, and drew a vertical line. And that's any length, it doesn't matter. Finish the sketch. And then there's this 2-year plane. It starts off with an offset option, so I have dropped it down to line angle. And if I click on this line, I can now have a plane through it and drag it to wherever I need it to be. So I placed it where it needed to go to split it. And I placed the picture in the center, so I lined the picture up in the middle where it was on that line. And then I put a plane through that line, and then it set me up to be able to do this. So that's just the way advanced planning and 3D printing can be set up. And you can split anything. If you have a really large part and you want to print it on a smaller printer, you can use this to split it up and then put it back together. So, alright, I'll see you soon, guys.